Hey everybody, welcome to another mic check video. We don't have a cold open this time because we don't have the budget of Christopher Nolan. We're going to be talking about his film Dunkirk, what we did like about it, what we didn't like about it, how we thought the real life aspect tied in, and what we thought of it as a Nolan film.
The most surprising element that I took away from it, and I didn't expect Nolan to do it, was the non-linear storytelling. I love the aspect of having the three different perspectives on the beach, on the plane, on the boat. And every one of those sequences had different timelines as well. And in each of these scenes, they have different characters, like about 3 or 5 characters that we mainly concentrate.
Definitely the cinematography, but it's Nolan, so that shouldn't be a big surprise. But also the flow of the action. Whenever there was a big action scene, I always could kind of follow what's going on in this sort of ensemble cast of characters that they have, who are all going through different things during different timelines.
The enemy tanks have stopped.
That's what I loved about it too, was the intensity. We begin the film right in the middle of the action, and it never lights up. And every scene, the action increases, the intensity rises, and these characters are either bombed at, shot at, or dying in some sort of gruesome but exciting way.
Funny you say that, because that leads me into actually one of the things I didn't like about the film. It starts off so in media res, which is, for anyone who doesn't know what that means, it means in the middle of the action. Like, you as the audience member are dropped in so in the middle that, for me, the intensity was good, especially since we saw it in IMAX. There were repetitive stakes throughout the film, but I thought the intensity stayed the same because they were already so deep in trouble, but the problem is that never increased or decreased with any part of the film, in my opinion.
Why waste precious tanks when they can pick us off from the air like fish in a barrel?
But the film that ultimately let me down was the length of it. It wasn't even a 2-hour film, and for Nolan, that's saying a lot. When it ended, I was kind of overwhelmed by all the ultimate experiences I had within caring about these characters, but I just didn't really... I wasn't that satisfied with it as I think I should have been, but I still thought it was great.
And another negative that I had about the film, as you might be able to tell, he liked it better than I did, because one big thing that I think is very important to a film that I didn't get in this was a connection to the characters, because many of them remain unnamed. Many of them go through, not the same, but similar trials and errors during different points, and cutting back and forth through different storylines, while a good tool, I thought, you know, just showed us these people, but I didn't get a sense of who they are and what they wanted, outside of the obvious, which was escaping.
There are 400,000 men on this beach.
The true events aspect, it's nice that it's based off of true events. I think it's an inspiring story. I don't think, for me, it came across as well on screen. Because it's an inspiring story, I appreciate that it is based on true events, but based on the film itself, I could have done without, you know, the true events aspects, in my opinion. The inspirational aspect that I got, I didn't really get, actually, if I'm being completely honest. So.
Most nonfiction movies, either biographical or not, always have a tendency to actually delay the action and focus on the character, either motives or movements, and it makes the situations themselves feel tedious, such as Captain Phillips, in my own opinion. But this film has a combination of blending both action and character development. While not really caring about the characters or knowing them, we do know them through the actions they take, and they're not delaying the whole plot itself.
He's coming back round. He's coming back round!
But I think we should move on to what we thought of it as a Nolan film, because this is a very interesting fact, because we like to rank our movies based on different categories, but I think one thing about this film, whether you kind of liked it like me or loved it like him, if it's your least favorite Nolan film but you still loved it, doesn't necessarily make it a bad movie. If it's your favorite Nolan film but you thought it was that shouldn't take away from it either. So I think that's sort of my take on it as a Nolan film.
Personally, it is my 3rd favorite Nolan film. I know, shocking it may be, but behind Inception and The Dark Knight, I love this movie.
Overall, probably could have liked it better. Because of the cinematic experience, you would probably, I would say, go see it in theaters, in like an IMAX theater. But
IMAX
for me,
is the best way to see
for me,
this
I would say
by
like
far.
probably accept as a gift, but because it's a movie you need to see in theaters, I can't help but say go do it in theaters. But you know, so
I would say that it is full price. I know I've been saying that a lot lately, but I really believe this movie to be emotional and actually quite investing. So I would say buy it full price, especially for an IMAX ticket, definitely.
that about wraps up our thought. Thank you guys for watching, and when you want to go see a movie, check in with us first. Thanks. Bye.
You can practically see it from here.
What?
Home.